welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm Courtney. Okay, this was, if you saw my review of Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, which please go check that out because that's an incredible book and I want to recommend it to literally everyone. Yes, this was filmed on the same night. I ended up grabbing my Stitch stuffed animal because I have a problem. I look like a crazy person. No one can take me seriously when I look like this, but my hair looks awful right now, so I want to put on this hat, and these pajamas are like, these are like the lightest pants I own, and I wanted to wear pants, like, I don't know, I wasn't in a shorts mood, so here we are. Anyway, this is my review of Yellowface by Irv Kwong, so I hope you enjoy. This was one of the best, like, I mean, I would consider this a lit-fic thriller, but like, out of the thrillers I read this year, which I read a lot through it, but incredible. I love this book. I know that, like, I feel like it's more controversial. Like, people have, like, a lot of different opinions on this. Like, people kind of either love it or hate it, but I was obsessed with this, and I'm so excited to talk about it. So, if you don't know Irv Kwong, she's incredibly popular for her books like Babel or Babel. It can be said either way. I haven't read that one yet. I really want to. She's also written the Poppy War trilogy. Of course, all my stuff falls. The Poppy War trilogy, which I really want to start. These books are supposed to be incredible. I'm yet to try it, but I've been wanting to. I know my hat looks weird from the back. I swear, it's fine. Let me fix it up. Okay, but anyway, so those ones are going to be more fantasy. Those, if you want to read fantasy books by her, I recommend checking those out. Though I haven't read them myself yet. They are my TBR though, because everyone seems to love them. Anyway, if you're looking for something that I would consider a lit-fic thriller, may I recommend to you Yellowface by Irv Kwong. This was insanely good. Basically, like, the way that I consider a lit-fic thriller is, like, those type of books where, like, it is literary fiction, right? But it gives you, like, the same feeling that, like, a thriller would give you. So, like, I've heard a lot of people consider it that, and I'm starting to use that term because I think that describes this book perfectly. But if you have not heard of Yellowface follows a girl named June Hayward, I want to say was her name. Something like that. Anywho, because he changes it later in the book. But anyway, so June Hayward is, like, this young, aspiring author or writer. She published a book called Under the Sycamore Tree, which kind of failed, wasn't a super big hit, but she is friends with someone. So both June and her friend Athena were Yale prodigies during their time as college students. Like, we're going to be the next big writer. Athena hit it really big, has, like, book deals every right and left, right, like, everywhere. Like, June can't escape it, and is incredibly jealous of her. They're both kind of like frenemies, like, they pretend to be friends, but, like, they, you know, secretly will, like, hate on each other, right? But whereas June is more struggling to kind of, like, make her place in the author world. So they're hanging out one night, and Athena is currently working on, like, what's going to be, like, her new masterpiece, and presents her manuscript to June. I believe it was about Chinese workers at the front lines. I forget which war. I'm so sorry. Because I did read this, like, 3 months ago. It's been a while, but I still remember that this was incredible. Oh my gosh, I, like, have not stopped thinking about it. I just don't have great memory of, like, exactly something. Like, it is a big part of the book, but at the same time, like, you know, it's hard to remember. Anywho, point is, Athena presents her manuscript, and she was always, like, very private about her work, so no one really knew what she was working about. So June is the first person to ever see this, reads it, knows it's incredible, and is more jealous over that. Anywho, later that night, they're drinking, they're making pancakes, and they kind of just start, like, shoving pancakes, like, they're all eating pancakes, and Athena chokes on pancake and dies in front of June. She's dead. She's gone. And June still has her manuscript. So what does June do? Give it back to her mom, give it to Athena's mom, say, this is a beautiful masterpiece your mother made. Maybe do you vote B? Do you think that June would try to co-publish it, maybe finish Athena's work and then put it as both her and Athena's work, and she can donate the money for some charity for Athena or something, like, to remember her by? Or do you think June steals her work and publishes it her own? Because if you chose C, June steals her work and publishes her own, you are completely correct, and that is what this book is about. It also goes into the topics of cultural appropriation, racism, and cancel culture, because Athena was writing about Chinese workers at the front lines as a Asian woman herself, whereas June is white, publishes that book, and people start to realize a lot of connections, because it's not her book, right, between June's new, like, bestseller book and Athena's old works, and start to kind of call her out for a lot of the similarities. So it dives into a lot of the culture cancel culture that we have, and then culture appropriation. Incredible read. this was written incredibly well. I think seeing it from June's perspective as someone who's like more of a villain that like wants to believe that they're a victim wasn't because she literally says it in the book, like, I'm the victim, and like, oh my gosh, no you're not. Like, it was so insane to read from that perspective. It's crazy, like, you don't agree with her, like, you understand that she's the villain, but as you're reading, like, she'll almost get caught and you're almost like scared for her to get caught, even though I'm not on her side at all. I don't know, it was really interesting to read about, and it definitely goes in like so many different rabbit holes that I would have never like thought about otherwise, and this was incredible. I really like that touch on those topics. The like idea for this book was insane and so well done. I flew through this. It was an incredible way to handle those topics and talk about that, and also just plagiarism in the writing world. Also, if you want something that talks a lot about like seeing like the behind the works, like, I don't know, there's so much like I didn't know about, and like it talks about like a lot about publishing that like I would have never known about, and it's so interesting to like, you know, like if you're more interested in seeing like behind publishing and how writing works, like this also goes into a lot of that, which was so interesting to see. So I thought this book was incredible. If you're looking for an author that is incredibly intelligent and amazing at writing, check out R.F. Huang. But if you're looking for something that will give you like the feeling of a thriller without giving you nightmares, I'd say Yellowface is amazing. It, once again, it touches on so many topics so well, in my opinion. I flew through this, I really enjoyed this, and I definitely recommend checking it out if you get a chance. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you check out Yellowface and have an amazing rest of your summer. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.